Food is the answer. Food is the answer to every aspect of our health, our spiritual health, our environmental health, and our human health. And it's right in front of us and ready to be taken in. I'm Kris Reid. I'm the Executive Director of Piedmont Culinary Guild and the owner of Total Hospitality Consulting. I'm a mother, a maker, a community builder, a sister, a friend of the food and beverage industry, a mentor, and a vinegar maker, not always in that order. Piedmont Culinary Guild is an idea that came to me in 2011 as a chef at a large-scale institution in Charlotte, North Carolina. I realized there was a lack of continuity and network around the chefs and farmers that were working together, and realized there was an opportunity to bring us together under an organization. PCG was founded by myself, Luca Anziata, and Kat Carter, seeking to create a community around food that supported one another. But before there was Piedmont Culinary Guild, I was a student at Johnson & Wales in 2009, serving in an internship at Hope Haven. At the time, I was wanting to create a garden space for them that had been previously used as a community garden, but overtaken by weeds and used primarily for storage. In the process of rebuilding this garden and the greenhouse, they started to allow residents from Hope Haven to come out and assist me in the garden while we were growing food for their kitchen and cafeteria. One day I was out and a woman came with a bowl and said that she was told to come out and help me. And I said, great, go along the fence line and pick all those peas for me. And she walked over to the fence and she just stood there. She didn't know what to do. And I said, what's going on? She says, well, I don't really understand what you're asking me to do. And I said, okay, well, sink down a little bit and look behind these leaves. And that's when she saw all the peas hanging down. And she started to pick those and put them into the bowl. And I said, try one, take a bite of one of these. And she says, oh, I don't know if I should, it's not cooked. And I said, well, that's okay. It's totally fine to eat it raw. We don't spray anything in the garden. It's totally safe. And when she bit into that pea, it sort of a snap resonated across that whole garden. Everyone kind of looked up and was curious about what we were doing. And at that same moment, I saw her travel back somewhere, like she just sort of left herself. And when she came back, she was crying. And she said, oh my God, I remember these. I used to pick these with my grandmother. And for me, that moment was so powerful in terms of food being a time traveler for people in terms of taste, flavor, smell, all of our senses, and transporting us to different times in our lives. Chefs being memory makers, I knew at that moment that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life. After 2011, after we founded Piedmont Culinary Guild, the network grew very quickly. And it was obvious that people really had a strong need at the time to connect and be part of something bigger than themselves, while working in collaboration with others who cared about the same ethos and value systems around food. That fostering of togetherness built an incredible force of culinarians and farmers across the region of North and South Carolina that were really marching together in momentum to bring regional recognition to our area, educate people, and to really share the resources around why this food is so important and why preserving the food shed is so important. Through meetups and events, there was tons of people coming out. We've had thousands of members over the years, whether they're chefs or makers or farmers, advocates, food media, anyone really interested in trying to elevate the voice of real food and the voice of togetherness when it comes to food. Over the years of serving the Piedmont Culinary Guild community, I realized there was space for professional services to serve this community and network with leadership development, employee retention strategy, operational support. And so I started Total Hospitality Consulting as an opportunity to serve this network and this community, my friends and colleagues, to be a friend to the food and beverage community. Starting Total Hospitality Consulting was a really easy transition for me professionally. I've always wanted to serve people, especially those in the food and beverage industry. Starting Piedmont Culinary Guild, it was building a community, people that cared about the same ethos, the same value systems. Starting a business is the same thing. You're basically building a community of restaurant clients and vendors and employees, people that are in your restaurant community. So very much like building a community that's big and large like Piedmont Culinary Guild, building a business is the same thing. And so being able to help restaurateurs and makers and business owners really help to establish themselves in a community setting, attracting those people that share their ethos, share their values, want to be part of their story and their mission, has been very easy for me to do and work that I've really enjoyed doing. Without the many, there can't be the one. And without the one, there can't be the many. The community needs each other to help each other learn and grow. Right now, so much transitions happen in the industry, in the food and beverage industry in the last couple of years. Major shifts culturally have happened across the community at large. Right now, we're really seeing the economics of the business not quite keeping up with the cultural changes that have happened. A lot of people have been accelerated or fast-tracked into positions that they may not quite have the skill set for. And we see a lot of businesses struggling to pay these wages. The pie chart of profitability for a restaurant or a beverage operation doesn't change when you see an influx in inflation or any changes like that that are outside of your control. And as a result of that, I've really been working to create some more support for the members of Piedmont Culinary Guild in that space, but also for my clients at Total Hospitality Consulting, people that are looking for solutions and workarounds, trying to find better ways of doing business while still supporting the ethos and the value systems that they cherish and support. Over the course of the last 10 years, the amount that we've changed as an industry, we've also changed as a community of people. Never before now have we had more reason to foster togetherness and be together, enjoying food around a table. Never has there ever been a more important time to be reaching out to people in your community, inviting them for a meal, cooking together as friends and family, going to restaurants and supporting chefs and makers that are doing the right thing by food, that are actually sourcing with integrity. Because the reality is a chef is touching the inside of your body. There's never been a more honorable or respected career when you really think of it in those terms. Chefs are healers if we choose to have the right practices, if we choose to serve to that mission and that cause. So I think right now, the biggest thing that we can do as a community is really think about what we're making, where we're getting it from, who we're inviting to our table, how we're enjoying that experience together, and replicating that as many times over as we possibly can. Sourcing is an incredible responsibility for every person that eats. Truly, every bite counts right now towards the future of food, towards the future of our humanity. No matter if you're going to the farmer's market as a patron, just a novice cook, a food enthusiast, or you're a chef that has a choice between the products that you purchase that you're feeding people, we have a responsibility. Food is the answer, and it's here and it's waiting for us to participate. If you'd like to get more involved as a chef, farmer, maker, or food enthusiast with Piedmont Culinary Guild, please go to piedmontculinaryguild.com and learn more about our membership. You can also join us at PCG_Charlotte on Instagram or find us on Facebook at Piedmont Culinary Guild. If you're looking for operational guidance, event management, or talent acquisition, I can help you at totalhospitalityconsulting.com. Thanks.